Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. How about this for a start? Open with an onside kick, swipe of possession. Risky and also very confident. The offense lining up for a first down play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quick completion on the out. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little watermelons, man. you can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. To the air, it's Rashada. Unloads to the wideout. Got it! Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fast start for the offense. Points on the board already.
And the coaches talked to us this week of how important it was to getting out to a fast start. And that was the key to winning the game. The offense definitely took that message to heart.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. The run to the left. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Etienne. Gonna let it fly. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Ooh, the defense so lucky that was not a touchdown. The offense saw an opportunity to take a chance and take a shot, and they executed that play beautifully.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. The Cornhuskers want to crank, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They want to throw it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They're wasting no time trying to get the ball back. They're going to go for an early onside kick.
And these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Spins away from the defense. The Dogs pick up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Running back goes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Running with power. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Here comes the offense on second down. They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Bulls his way forward. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. They knock him down after a pickup with 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Using his legs, it's Frazier. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl 8. They're up by 7 over the Royals. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive, David. Wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And the Huskers in the hurry up. The play action fake. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
That's caught. It's Tuggle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half where this unit looks dialed in.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Looking for a man. It's Etienne. And that pass picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
You know, quarterbacks have to be careful throwing over the middle of the field, especially when you're playing against a safety with this kind of range and this kind of football IQ. He was locked in on the QB. He knew exactly where he was going with the ball. He was able to jump in front of it and pick it off.
They'll leave it with the lone back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season. You're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Fires to the big fella. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on fourth down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense is won, especially on fourth down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
Back to pass, it's Etienne. It's complete to the right. Turns it on at midfield. The expressway is wide open. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7. The Huskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskers! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Evans. Giving him his pass. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive. He's got it down the left. Oh, look out. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. West Virginia is just getting torched right now. And Mountain Mama, I didn't see that coming. It's one game. Look, I know that. But this one has to hurt. They're trailing by 14 to Alabama. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have. Going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you could tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Well, the offense is trying to get it down on the ground there on third down, but they just can't seem to make it work because of how physical the defense has been, guys. It's made this offense very one-dimensional. I mean, the only way it seems they can move the football is when they try to throw it.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Hey, at this point of the game, fourth and short, no problem going for it. Fourth and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Gets it out quickly. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Looking to throw, it's Etienne. Into the end zone. What a snag by the defense. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode and try to score a touchdown and get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Just steamrolling the defense. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now on first down from the 40. He wants to throw. Good timing on the quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's going to pass. Looking for the end zone. Just threw that one way too far. Georgia comes quickly to the line. He's back to throw on second down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Quick completion on the outbound. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wide out in motion. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Going up top on first down. Looking for a deep man. He's got it on the left. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And he's going to reach for a long one and have to guide it in from the left side, 51 yards out. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. A delay of game penalty in this part of the field? Man, the defense just starts spitting fire after that. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Etienne. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Going the other way, and he takes it all the way back. Oh, what a way to finish the half, and what a disastrous way for this offense. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. They've got it to a two-possession game, but now going for the onside kick here in the third quarter. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He makes a grab. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go-rounds right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got a lot
of running room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Hand off from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Etienne. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Cornhuskers racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Right down the middle. Ball in the air, intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big play.
When you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Grab near the marker. It's Coleman. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws.
Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
And the Dogs have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw, it's Rashada. He's got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Quickly complete. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Frazier. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be. And they've looked explosive today.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl VIII. They're up by 4 over the Royals. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. And the runner is down, and so is the flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Looking downfield, it's Rashada. Got his man on the right. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Georgia going up tempo.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He makes the connection. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Here we go. And that ball is picked off. Inside the 40. He's at the 40. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
Leaves it with the running back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run the off-tackle play here. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Georgia 45, Nebraska 20.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Scanning the field, it's Hines. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 4th down, they're taking it to the air. Ray Got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. On fourth down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless. And you know that you're losing possession and you're coming off the field.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the move. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Third down coming up.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. They want that clock to run. Powers through the defender. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Second down coming up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Rashada. Got the quick pass. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Okay, ready?
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field.
Jackrabbit.
They'll give it to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Just ran him over. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, Dave. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him. He reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Looking for a man. It's Rashada. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point splits the upright. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every